whining. That's all I've been hearing and seeing from the Yu-Gi-Oh community. What is going on, everybody? I am finally back. It's 2022. It's March. I haven't been here since December. I'm back with the amazing, the Earl of War Rocks, the Shadowhaunt Joker. My friend, how you doing?
Well, I've been having a little fun in the Digimon scene.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, you have. And I've been having fun watching you. And, you know, we got a good fun show here. And of course, we may be joined at some point by Colby and Unfound Prodigy. I know they're busy doing stuff. And really, I wanted to take a little bit of time to explain to everybody for my absence. Part of it has been due to health, illness. I had COVID for pretty much all of January, had some lingering effects. I had about a week in February that I was okay. Then I had a sinus infection. Couple that with just being not available sometimes. So I apologize. I'm back. I'm going to do my best to be here with you all, but huge shout out to Shadowhaunt Joker, that dude Colby, and of course the Unfound Prodigy for holding it down the last, 2 months, something like that.
Glad to have you back.
Yeah, thank you. Glad to be back too. And I'm, like I said, I really appreciate you guys, what you were able to do and get recorded and keep the show going. So yes, very, very cool. Before we get into shout outs, man, you know, I always love doing the demographic stuff, or the analytics, I should say. And this is just so cool. I love reading this out because it really shows our global reach. Now, I get these from the app that we do the podcast on, but check this out. We've got listeners, of course, in the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, Germany, Sweden, New Zealand, the Netherlands, Italy, Mexico, India, Jamaica, Ireland, Finland, Indonesia, Philippines, Denmark, Hungary, Singapore, Croatia, Estonia, and Portugal. Wow. Thank you, everybody, for listening to us. Whether you listened to us intentionally or you found us by accident, whatever it is, the fact that you actually took the time to listen to us, we really appreciate it. So thank you so much. Man, nice work, Joker. I know you're a big part of that, too. I know you do a lot of marketing for us, so thank you.
Wouldn't have been here without you.
Well, I want to do some shout outs. I'm going to do a few, and I know you have plenty. So first off, shout out to you three again. My friend Fusion Yugioh doing some great things with his channel and in the community. And of course, Wrestling Mark. That's my new amigo for another podcast that we do called Over the Rail Podcast. Check us out. We just talk about random stuff in the world, get random, weird, bizarre news. We give out advice. It's a lot of fun. Some people, I mean, we get a lot of listens too. So somebody's listening. Thank you. But yeah, thank you guys. Joker, shout outs for you, man.
Bumblebee, of course. Lestat Yugioh, thank you. And of course, Fusion Yugioh for helping me when I went through a really bad week. Also, I'd like to thank the people at Flipside, Zombie Planet, and everybody that's been wanting me to do more of these tournaments. Thank you. And lastly, Easy Mahe, keep doing what you do, man. You're doing a good job. And everybody that's trying to get me back into doing deck profiles for Digimon. I know I've been saying that I'm going to try. Thank you for trying to get me out of that barrier where I'm like, I'm just not good enough. Thank you for your support.
Excellent. And I want to give a shout out to Skeeter, the Common King. Awesome guy. Awesome content creator. So, but yeah, you know, real quick on the topic of deck profiles, man, I give you a lot of credit. I did them for a while. Occasionally I'd get them, and some were good, some were bad. I mean, in terms of views, I guess I would judge it by views. Some I would get thousands of views, others I get less than 50. And the thing was always the same. You would do these deck profiles, and everybody, I try to mention that this is a template. So take this template, if you want to try the deck, run with it and customize it to your own liking, your own preference. The most annoying part about deck profiles is it might be a casual, and so somebody's like, whatever, they don't want to bother with it, or it's outside the box thinking, and just because some of the larger people don't use this or a specific card, They just kind of poo-poo all over it. Key point, that dude Colby made an amazing Solomon Great profile at one time, and he used Prohibit Snake, and people were like, why ain't you using Prohibit Snake? Well, a few months later, Prohibit Snake was everywhere being used by these salad players. So yeah, I don't want to put the time and effort into it anymore because it just, there's plenty of those out there. But I am looking forward to seeing some of your Digimon profiles.
For me, the deck that I got in question everybody wants to see is my green hybrid. Now, keep in mind, at first, I'm just trying to work out the bug and get it going. But other players have seen the way that I run it. And even they're like, how do you keep on digivolving so fast? And I explain, this deck, at most, I'm spending 3 memory. Basically, if you're playing like Magic, it'd be like spending 3 mana. Mm-hmm. I'm only spending 3 at most to drop out something. I can drop out something for 7, but I don't need to. And while you're busy trying to get yourself a bigger board, I've already got it. You kill off my board, hey, it's back. You're not getting rid of them that fast.
I like it. I definitely want to see that because I still have yet to play the game. I want to try it at some point. It's a lot of fun, but man, I've been enjoying Master Duel, and that brings us to our first topic of the episode. Master Duel, to gem or not to gem? That is the question. And what I mean by that is, are you buying gems? If you are, why? If you are, why not? I'm going to start. Now, when they had the sale, when the game first launched, or if you start a new account, you have that option to buy there were 3 little packages of gems on sale where you get bonus gems. I bought all those. I did. I bought the master packs where you get the Ash Blossom, and I bought the dual pass. I just pretty much got all the stuff like that. Those are good deals, in my opinion, if you compare it to the regular gem packages. I'm not doing that. That's just, if you want my money, Konami, if you want more money, put those sales back on. Don't put a cap on them. You're going to make money. People are going to buy them. I did. I'm not buying any more gems. Joker, have you spent any money on actual gems yet?
Only twice, but I didn't need to.
Yeah.
I use the gems to help me get like some of the accessories and stuff, because most of the stuff that I wanted for a deck at most were rares and supers. And then you saw my amazing luck. You saw the videos.
Yes.
Here it is. And in one video, 6 ultras. 6. So I really didn't need to. My pulls were amazing in that.
They were. And I've opened, I don't have any gems. As soon as I have 1,000, I buy 10 packs of the master. I probably spent way too much on the other packs, the special packs that you can unlock when I was trying to build Rikas. And then I realized, man, I should have just got master packs and dismantled and whatever. Most I've pulled are 3 ultra rares out of 10 packs. And I'm happy. I probably mismanaged my gems, my crafting. I still have some ultra rares. I save them because I have my decks I want to build all the decks that I have currently, physical decks, but I don't have enough gems. So that's one of the reasons I want to talk about this. I'm wondering how many people are actually spending a lot of money. And I remember when the game first launched, some of the larger content creators were saying, well, to build this deck and build a deck you actually want competitive, it's going to be $700. They're probably right. Not everybody has $700. Shoot, not everybody wants to spend $7 or $70, whatever it is. Take a zero off. People don't want to spend that kind of money on the game. And I get it. You can build a decent deck without spending money. It's going to be probably your only deck, but you can build a good one. You can build a meta deck with it just by crafting, playing solo mode, dismantling cards that you can dismantle. And yeah, what are your thoughts on that, Joker?
First and foremost, when they said they spent that much money to build those meta decks, I was like, okay, let me try this out. And to be honest, it didn't take me $600 in gems to do that.
Yeah.
All right, Dinos, built that. Drytron, built that. And I will even say this, that little virtual world, built that. You know what it cost me? Playing the story missions, doing the little event. Those 3 decks there. Utopia unlocked it. My main deck, the Scraps, built it. And Attic Nister pulled it.
Nice.
I really didn't need to do all that.
Yeah.
At most, I've only spent $30 maybe in game for gems and whatnot. And half of my gems went to buying accessories. Packs, it's like I basically just ran the decks the way that they came.
Yeah. That's pretty good. That's good. And I know that there was an announcement. I guess they're coming out with maybe the Weather Painters as part of the solo mode. That'd be a cool loaner deck to have. Get some of those cards to add to your pool.
Keeping my fingers crossed on a different deck.
Right. I mean, there's always, hopefully there's different ones coming out, but I think that's cool. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later as far as releases and that kind of stuff. But to buy gems, I mean, I think, again, it's your own preference, right? I think that was one of the things everybody was afraid of when the game was announced. Everybody, you knew it was going to happen. If it's a free to play game, you know, there's going to be a point where they're going to have this little dangling carrot, say, well, if you can buy these gems, and some people will, some people won't. You don't need to buy gems to actually have a successful and a fun time playing the game. You can. I did. And if they had another sale, I'd probably buy more. I wouldn't go overboard, but there are several decks that I still want to build, and why not? I mean, I built Aeromage and Rika, and I'm having a lot of fun with them. I don't care about platinum or anything like that. I don't even know if I can get to platinum with those decks, but I don't care. And after everything's been kind of said and done, once you're in platinum, you're kind of stuck, which is cool. It's a good achievement. I'm not knocking it. Congratulations. If you made it, you're good. But when I went to gold, and then I got back down to silver, about knocked back to silver when the next season started, worked my way back up, got more gems, knocked back to silver. So for me, that works. I don't know. What do you think? Well, I guess the biggest question here is it worth buying gems in the game? What are your thoughts?
No, it's not. I mean, hear me out. And I'm going to actually speak like old school me when it came to the market.
Yeah.
Once you actually accumulate a certain amount of gems and you play the solo and you do the events, you actually have enough gems to buy more packs. You can just decomp stuff that you don't need and do card crafting that way.
Yeah.
I think mostly people are spending all their money on the gems to try to open packs of certain cards to try to pull those royal foils of certain cards. Because notice, they're not really just spending all that money to get the cards the way just to run a deck, because you really don't need that much. But now to get them royal foil, that's going to take some dents into the wallet. But hear me out, people. You don't really need that many gems to get yourself going on that. You don't.
Yeah.
What you need is set aside a couple of decks you want to use, go from there. When an event comes, that's 5,000 gems there. You don't need to go past that. Every once in a while, if you want to buy gems, do it. But seriously, don't be sitting here spending $500 on gems and then going, oh, wait, I can't trade these in to get money back. That's your fault. Don't do
it. Yeah, there's no third-party market in Master Duel. You can buy all the packs you want, have all the duplicates you want, but you can't sell them, can't trade them. They're yours to dismantle, or in the case of the other packs, the ones they give you, you can't dismantle them. You're stuck with them no matter how many duplicates you have. Maybe that's something that Konami can change eventually. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Don't care. The game's fun. Bottom line is this point right here, you don't need to spend money on gems. Please don't break your wallet. Don't not pay your bills just to buy gems in Master Duel because you want to make content for it. And by the way, the content that I'm seeing on YouTube with Master Duel is so much fun. I love it. I love all the new. You get to see the decks actually being played, and you see all the amazing combos, the amazing scenarios. You've had quite a few. Unfound Prodigy's had quite a few. Colby, myself, I get excited. Matter of fact, I have a ton of duels that I want to narrate through again and put them. So those will be coming up soon. That's actually a lot of fun, but I love it. I saw there's one that I follow and I can't remember the name, but they're doing the road to platinum with arrow mages, which is amazing, and they're doing really well. They do get to a point where they get stuck, so they're making some changes. And you know what? I can't just say them. I gotta give a name and a channel name. So give me one sec here, and I will find it because they're all over my timeline usually. When of course, now I can't find them.
Me, I had a person literally say that they wanted a certain card in my deck banned from the event. Rank up Magic Numeron Force.
Really? For the
Yes.
XYZ event?
Yes. People I've played using that card when I was doing Utopia Mirror matches and all that other stuff, when they saw me drop Numeron Force, it's like, okay, no big deal.
Yeah.
The entire field is negated. And you're seeing people use like Zeus going, activate effect? No. Okay, fine. Activate this monster's effect. No. Activate this effect. No.
That's awesome.
I got videos of them just scooping right after that. And I'm just like, hey, what did I do?
I mean, it happens. I mean, kind of like the Max C effect right now. I've had the last couple of duels I've played, somebody will throw out a Drytron card, the spell card that says special summon, and I get lucky. I open them with Max C. I throw out Max C, and the duel's over. They quit. They surrender. It's pretty crazy. So anyhow, your lack of skills is why the meta is worse for you. Adapt. Love it. So this channel is called Red Rune 269. And this content creator, check them out. Check out some of the duels. The cool thing, one of the awesome things I love about this content creator is they will actually post their losses. There was a video they posted the other day. It said, well, here was three games. They posted three duels and they lost all three. It's kind of cool. So they have you following their, I don't know if, you know, they're just following the road to platinum with arrow mages. So I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying all the other content that I see. I saw an S-Force deck pop up, got whooped by Trickstars. A lot of fun stuff on there. So I'm enjoying all that. Thank you all for doing that. The content is amazing. It's a lot of fun. It's a nice change up, to be honest, compared to the traditional content, which for me got kind of stale. I'm going to be honest. So it's fun. So thank you. On to our next topic. Digimon. This is right up your alley. I'd like to give you your platform. Tell us what's going on in the world of Digimon, Mr. Joker.
Well, as I recently decided to show you, there was a little bit of a poll list, and you can post it if you want to, but it says here the top 10 like card games that are out as of fall 2021 and going forward. Number 1 was Pokemon. Number 2 was Magic. 3 was Yu-Gi-Oh. 4th was D&D. 5th, Flesh and Blood. But it was number 8 that stood out. Number 8 was Digimon.
Whoa.
Now, here's the thing that I'm going to get into. People have said that game was going to die on arrival. Its original game wasn't anything, so this wasn't going to be anything. But then all of a sudden, it spiked up. It was a rise. Everybody was playing it. And we saw why. First of all, prize pool, it's amazing. Artwork, nostalgia, plus it's some pretty good art. The concept and play style, it's simple to learn. It doesn't have all these complex combos and stuff. And you get interaction.
What
You
is
get
that?
I play, then you play, then I play. There's actually a game here.
Whoa.
It isn't solitaire. Even though the
Hey.
stacking looks like solitaire, you actually get to play.
I like it.
Yes. When they say it's a 40-minute round, sometimes it does go into the overtime rounds. It isn't just, well, we're going into overtime because my opponent here is taking 40 minutes to figure out, do I want the red one or do I want the starlight one on the field? You actually get to play.
I like it. I like it. Now I have a question on that. Do you foresee the game as, since it started? I know it's been around for a little while now, and they've released several sets, and I hear about different formats. Do you ever foresee Digimon getting to that point where it may be a solitaire type of game with certain cards?
No.
Okay.
And there's a reason why.
Mhm.
Each deck has their own little board wipe, board breaker
Mhm.
sort of set. They
Mhm.
don't have cards that say instantly I play this negate on your opponent's turn.
Okay.
They have their own turn where they can do certain things.
Mhm.
Now, if you activate some from the security stack, yeah, but it's highly unlikely because the cards are random.
Okay.
So, no, it's not going to get to that solitaire because what Bandai is seeing is, wow, they're playing solitaire over here, no interaction. It's going to make the game stale. Let's try not to. Yes, they can make it to the point where it's like, okay, you can't play, but it's only on your opponent's turn. You can't play. They can hit you with effects to say you can't do something without paying extra memory.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have cards that say, okay, this gives me that extra memory so I can play. It's all checks and balances. So if they do it later on, like one of the cards I got now,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of unfair, but it has a downside. It has a balance.
Mm-hmm.
If I pay that much for the card, 7 memory to activate its major effect,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to hurt me. So I got to make sure I use that when I know I can get game. Whereas you could play something that's like 2 memory. Sure, it doesn't really have that good of an effect, but it gives you an extra turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's all checks and balance. That's what I think they're doing right.
That is smart. That is I like that. There's resources that you have to use in order to use certain things, that you have to use it strategically. Whereas Yu-Gi-Oh, I mean, there used to be, and there still kind of is, but originally when the game came out, it was tributes. You know, you to use a 5 and a 6-star, you had to tribute one monster to get them out. So technically, that's a resource. It's not easy just to throw them out there. But then again, that number 8 ranking, I really see that. I bet in a year we're going to see that change. Digimon's going to get higher on that list because I mean, I think a lot of people want that. You hear all the complaining that people do about Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, hand traps are horrible. I hate hand traps. Ban this, ban that, ban everything that beats me. And I don't really hear a lot of that talk out of the Digimon community. Now, granted, I'm not a big follower of the community, but I still, I hear from you, I hear from a few other people, and I just don't see it. It seems like Digimon is nice. It is fairly balanced. Now, in any trading card game that's luck based, meaning whatever you draw, you open with, it's going to be impossible to make it completely balanced. There's never going to be a game that everything is balanced. But I like what they're doing with it.
I think I got the perfect solution, and it's what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the next ban restricted list,
mm-hmm.
one of the cards that just came out, Eismon Shatter, I think it's Shatter Mode.
Mm-hmm.
This card in particular has a neat little effect. Yep, it's Scatter Mode, my bad. Its effect is on deletion, draw 3, then trash 2 cards in hand. Now, in a purple deck, there's this thing called Lilith Loop where we constantly want to put stuff in the trash pile
Mm-hmm.
And we constantly get effects as we go. Now, this card in April will be hit to 1. But what Bandai is doing is saying, hey, there's stuff coming out in the next set that's going to make this ungodly broken and it needs to be hit. We'll show you why. We'll let you play with it in this set, but then it's getting hit. We're giving you a fair turn to see why.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing with certain cards. The cards will come out. Hey, this is going to get hit, just so you know. And you're like, but it's just coming out. Okay, we'll show you why and let the tournament run. And then when you say this card needs to be hit, we'll be like, aha, a clue.
There you go.
So they're literally giving you a chance to see why the cards are going to be hit. Me, it's fair. Once again, fair. Checks and balances.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Yu-Gi-Oh, okay, this card is coming out. Okay, that's cool. We're going to have all these deck profiles. We're going to do all this stuff. And oh my God, it's going to be so broken. Banned on arrival. We didn't even get to see it. Japan did, though. But we're not Japan. Doesn't matter.
You know, Yu-Gi-Oh is so interesting, and it never fails. Every time the ban list has become like its own thing. Everybody, you know, all the content creators. I don't see a lot of reaction videos anymore because I think they were all fake anyway. Everybody knew dang well what they were doing. You know, they do that face.
Mm-hmm.
That's one way to get me not to watch your video, by the way. If you have a thumbnail like that, I just roll, like, keep scrolling. Like, ugh. Anyhow, ban this, ban that. As soon as a card beats you, everybody wants it banned in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. In your experience with Digimon at tournaments and in different stores, I mean, is there as much complaining and people wanting cards banned, or is it kind of, because the game sounds like it's pretty fair, and you said the whole interaction part, so it seems like two people can duel or battle or whatever you call it in Digimon. One guy, person, guy, girl, whatever, can win, and next you go play somebody else and random deck can beat that person. I mean, is that the case that you're seeing with Digimon?
Yes. Okay. Like, let's say the old purple deck I had, the one that helped me win so much.
Mm-hmm.
Against blue, depending on what the blue setup was, I would lose. But I would also have ways to counter into it. Mm-hmm. Now, against red, I could just drop out one card, be like, here you go. And they couldn't counter it because they would have to expend so much resources to get rid of it, and it throws off the play. My green deck right now, if I play against, I'll say, blue, depending on the setup, it can counter it. But if I played against my purple deck, this thing would get trashed.
Mm-hmm.
But against red, it stands a chance. Against yellow, stands a chance. And against black, it stands a chance. Now, I'm not saying I'm this macho guy that can take on these decks lickety split. I'm saying,
yeah,
the game gives you a chance.
Yeah.
Everybody has different builds. They don't have to follow a set code or whatnot. You just play what you want to play, maintain a certain control. Some decks can do beatdown, some decks do control.
Mm-hmm.
Some do loops. Now, in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I've seen this, if you want to run a deck that's control, people will say, without these two cards, your deck is trash. They need to be banned. But then you look at some of the meta decks without those same cards that you just said that I need to take out, your deck doesn't run.
Yeah.
So are you saying ban them from you and me, or are you telling me to get off of these cards? When it comes to Digimon, some of these cards, they're color specific. Mm-hmm. Meaning, if I run a yellow purple deck and I have only yellows on the field, if I try to play a purple option card, unless I have a purple tamer or a purple Digimon on the field, I cannot use this purple card. So I have to wait until I drop a purple Digimon or a purple tamer to use the purple option card. Yeah,
I like that.
Color specific. Yes,
I like
it is
that.
Very color specific.
That would be cool in Yu-Gi-Oh if there was like an archetype tamer or some kind of resource So if you're running Fiends, yeah, okay, you're running Fiends, but if you have a different engine, let's say for example's sake, an Aqua, or maybe not an Aqua, not that's attribute, right?
Think of it as solidarity.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, as long as I have these on the field, the perks will add up.
Yeah.
But if I put in this, it stops. You got to wait till you have just that. It's kind of like solidarity. So it all works that way. And then there are certain cards that are white specific. Like some of the cards that are like really high, powerful, and all that, they're either white or they follow a different category. You cannot just use them like on a whim unless it has a specific thing that goes with it. Like one of the Digimon is purple and black. I can play it with purple, I can play it with black, but if I try to put that one card in a yellow deck, I can't drop it out unless I pay the full memory, which you don't want to do because that's like 14.
Mm-hmm.
That is too much memory to give your opponent. So yeah, it is fair.
I like that. I like fair, and I like the fact that there aren't any hand traps yet. There may get there.
There is, but they're specific. Mm-hmm. Basically, the hand traps are color specific. Like Scatter Mode has one where it's just a regular ISMon where if I have that on the field and I trash it for its effect, mm-hmm. I can play it on the field.
Okay.
There's other cards that say if I'm trashing something from hand, mm-hmm. I can like drop it onto the field, no cost.
Oh,
that's all these hand traps do. And then other effects can be like trash this from my hand. Now, since I trashed this card, delete a Digimon that's level 3 or low. That's it.
Nothing that stops your opponent from playing, though.
No, it does not stop you dead in your tracks. It just goes, okay, 1 for 1, 2 and 2. Nothing that says Omni stop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
I like it. And at some point, I am going to give the game a shot. And I've been saying that for a while. But honestly, I quit buying physical cards altogether. So maybe I can get little Kakarot to start playing Digimon with me or something.
Green or blue are good beginners. Awesome. Red is a little bit of a beatdown, and it has mm-hmm. a high cost but a high win rate.
Mm-hmm.
But blue is more control, and green is more of a stable base to teach kids. I will say that.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. What else is going on in the Digimon world?
Our tournaments are getting better. People are starting to go in more and more. And we just had a set, BT7,
mm-hmm.
which, of course, I had to pull the alternate art. People want this card from me. And it's like, wow. But I also traded to get the other alternate art of the set, Lucimon, Chaos Mode. So basically, I'm done with this set. I'm waiting on BT8, which I'm going to leave that as a surprise to myself. I might buy some more packs of this set just because.
Yeah.
But I'm done. I don't need anything from this set. And as far as it goes with tournaments, I'm being asked to go to different places now, which I can't really do until after May. And even when I was out because of health reasons, I got a lot of people saying, hey, when are you going to come back to the tournaments? When are you going to actually play? These sets are amazing. And I was like, I'll try as best as I can. I don't always win. Let's just face facts. I don't always win. I don't always top. I have fun.
Yeah.
Which I never really could say too much in Yu-Gi-Oh! This is a game where I'm actually saying, guys, I had fun. And I came in 7th. And they'll be like, but then, hey, I have fun. I had you sweating bullets to see what I do next.
That's really what it should be about. Fun. I mean, prizes are cool to win. Tournaments are fun. The competitive nature in most of us. I know there are a lot of duelists who aren't very competitive, but a lot of us do have a competitive nature still when it comes to anything. Card games, no exception. but enjoy the games. Enjoy the games for what they are. It sounds like the tournaments are a lot of fun. Of course, you're going to have the people that are the ones who want to win at all costs, no matter what, because they want to be the greatest duelist ever lived. Not always the case. They take it too serious. They lose. They get mad. Something doesn't go their way. They get mad. They stop playing. They roll their eyes. They complain. Sounds like Digimon's a little bit different, which is good. And I think the game, the rules, the way it's played allow for that to be a lot more fun. Whereas Yu-Gi-Oh, man, it seems like it's gotten worse in terms of people complaining and all that. And we'll get there in a few minutes. I like the Digimon topic. I think it's a lot of fun. I know that you are a wanted man at these places, like you're saying. And I think a lot of that has to do with your success. The fact that we talk about it on the podcast, being what, a seven-time
locals winner.
I love it. I love it. And again, doing that oftentimes puts a good target, because people say they want to test their skills against you, and it's just a lot of fun. It really is, And I mean, if I'm a competitive player, I want a piece of the better players, the best players. I mean, I want to duel everybody, because you can always learn something. Even if you're playing against somebody who's inexperienced, not very good, you could still learn things. There are things to learn, how to manage your own deck, whatever it is. But of course, you want to play against the people who are maybe better, because you're going to get better by playing them. And again, it's all about learning. It's all about having fun. Crazy, right? Crazy concept. Mm-hmm. Anything else in the Digimon you want to cover?
One last thing I want to cover. The one thing that everybody is trying to figure out is my play style. Because they noticed that it seems like a little bit of one person in the tubing webs, and then there's other content creators that they see in my play style, but it's like, no, actually, my play style, I call it luck style. You don't know what I could possibly run in this deck. And then when you see it, you're like, how did he pull that off? All my decks are based on cards I pulled out of sheer dumb luck. And that's what I make my decks out of. So when you see my play style, you go, oh, wait, I've seen that play. It's from such and such. Then you see I play something else. You're like, wait, you can drop that out in that deck? Mm-hmm. How? Luck.
Awesome. May luck be always on your side. Well, now we are joined by the tamer of twins, the Unfound Prodigy. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing well. Nice to see you too, Mr. Ultra Fuerte.
Oh man, I feel great. And I gave you and Colby and Joker a shout out earlier for holding it down. And I was sick, wasn't available, whatever it was. And yeah, so you guys did a phenomenal job of doing the episodes while I couldn't be here due to schedule or health, whatever it was. It's just a big pain in the butt. So looking forward to getting back on track again. And so you didn't miss a whole lot, but we do have an interesting topic, the great debate, the Joker's debate. Talk to us, Joker.
Greetings, Gotham. It's time for the Joker debate. By the way, if you've noticed, Unfound Prodigy is pulling a John Cena. Now, as everyone would like to know, the next set, whenever Master Duel comes out, people want more cards to come in the game. But how should they do it? Should they do it in an event? And if they do, what will it be? Should it be links? Should it be synchros? Or dare I say, fusions? Take it away, boys.
Prodigy, I'm gonna let you start.
that was a pretty good intro to the debate. I'm not even gonna lie. Wow. So let's see here. So you're saying people are wondering what kind of cards we should get in the game? Either it's links, fusions, or synchros?
Basically, they want to know, like, since we got all that X-Seed stuff going on when we did the last event, should we get more cards coming in based on, like, the next event? Should it be links, synchros, fusions? should we get a deck out of that as well, like when they did Utopia?
Oh, that was a good buy.
Yeah, which one do you think they should do, and what type of a deck should they do? That's the major debate right now.
I don't know. Should we go caustic and do fusions? But if we do fusions, I want old school fusions. Those cards that were never used in the game in GOAT format. I think that would be pretty cool, just to go the fusion route. If not fusion, it's definitely synchros. That'd be awesome. You?
I like that. Dark Balter the Terrible card that hasn't been seen since the magical scientist. I can't remember.
Yeah, magical scientist.
Yeah, that was awesome with metamorphosis. I mean, you could literally control the whole duel as long as you had life points, and then you had the turtle OTK, which was awesome.
Old school wins. What?
Yeah.
I wonder if those are secret missions in the game.
Fusions, baby. Bring those on.
Catapulter the Terrible.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, there were so many cool fusions.
What was like the first fusion they ever showed on the show? Was it Flame Swordsman?
Probably.
Technically, Flame Swordsman was considered just a regular monster.
Oh, was it Ready Poet, right?
Yeah.
You're right.
The Gaia the Fierce Knight with Curse of Dragon. I don't even know what the name of the
Gaia the Dragon Knight. I mean, Gaia the Dragon Champion.
Yep. They did
the first one. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Maybe Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon too. I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I wasn't.
Time Wizard.
No, wait. No, it wasn't. It was Gaia the Dragon Champion. I was about to say maybe it was Twin-Headed King Rex, but that's a actual monster.
Yeah.
There was quite a few.
Man.
But old school. I like that. And speaking of the XYZ event, I thought that was awesome. Or XYZ. I'm going to say XYZ. I don't care what anybody says. I love that event because I run Rika's for one thing. That's my main deck. But man, I went 19-1 in 20 duels. I went 19-1. And I lost I think it was my third or fourth duel, and it was a bricky deck. So I changed it right after that loss. I never lost another duel against pretty much anybody. And I played a lot of Numerons and Zodiacs, and it was a lot of fun. I had a blast playing it. I hope they do something like that for fusions and synchros and maybe even pendulums. That would be kind of cool. Ban all the spell trap removal for pendulums. Be awesome. What do you think, Joker?
I want to high five the sky. I actually want to go synchros. Hear me out. As many synchros as we had that we still haven't gotten yet in the game. Holy cow. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, if they said next event, synchros, and they have a synchro deck, best believe I'll be drinking the Starlight and hitting you with the Starlight Road.
Hey, the Stardust Dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love it. I
know
Prodigy. What are some of your favorite synchro? What would you run if it was a synchro event, Prodigy?
Oh man, going back to I remember when Tag Force was out on PSP. I don't know if you guys played that game. I was pretty hyped. I think I had like all the synchros. I had the Colossus. What was it? Goyo Guardian. Goyo Guardian.
Yeah,
that's his name. I definitely had to start. I definitely had Stardust, the Stardust Dragon deck for that game. I'm trying to remember. I think there's like Dragon. My main. Oh yeah, back rolls for plants. I definitely have back rolls. You know what? I would do plants. But is there enough plant synchros?
Yeah, there's actually like 12.
There is, yeah. I'm thinking old school. I'm like, wait a minute, is there enough? But yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's plenty.
I would do definitely back rolls. Hopefully that's a structure deck. I'm looking forward to the structure decks that they might bring out. Hopefully they're good and worth it.
Yeah. I think it would be awesome to do that. And I really, like I said, I really enjoyed the XYZ festival. A lot of people didn't like it, hated it, whatever, cried and complained about it. And I loved it seeing everybody talking about, well, for the XYZ event, I'm going to run Eldritch because blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to do this and run this card. And I love how they just banned all those cards. They're like,
Oh, that was beautiful.
I think my favorite moment was when someone sat there and said, "Oh, well, since this event's gonna happen, I know exactly what I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run this deck." And I'm like, "You're going to run Salaman Great in this event? Are you out your damn mind?" And the entire time they couldn't play. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah. Man. I think I bought the Utopia structure for that deck. I mean, for that event. I only bought one.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to buy 3, quote unquote, but I only bought one. And I probably went, well, you needed 20 wins to get like everything. So I probably went 20 to 40, but it was worth it, guys.
It's fun. It was fun. You know what I mean? It was a lot of fun. I mean, I was putting the hurt on people, and, you know, granted, I was more prepared than most to play in that event because really my play style of Rika's is just teardrop, and more teardrop, maybe with a little sprinkle of Alcé, but that's it. But it was a lot of fun. There was some duels I almost lost. It was a great time. And I really love how they just banned all those other cards. They banned every fusion card, every synchro, every link. It was awesome.
I was not expecting that from the Konami team, and I gotta give them credit. They've been pretty on the game, you know, in terms of fixing issues and catering to the community. I gotta say, I don't know.
Yeah, they really have, and we're gonna talk about that in our last topic in a few minutes. But man, yeah, I mean, if they go synchro, that would be a lot of fun. I would probably go. I don't like Trishula. I know that would be everybody's first. Would go for a Trishula. I'd probably maybe try and go plants. Arrow Mage.
Well, Arrow Mage is good, right?
Sweet Marjoram. Yes.
I ain't gotta worry.
And they could work without the link too. It would work still.
Yeah, you can still make it work.
Yeah. Seriously, I ain't gotta worry about going synchro. Scraps.
Oh yeah, you got your scrap deck. I think it would kill. Your scrap deck would kill.
I went 30-6 in the XYZ event with Utopia, all because of one card. Numeron Force. Just saying. Oh, is that Zodiacs? No.
And you know, there was no better feeling for me personally than beating a Zodiac deck in that event.
That's the best feeling.
It was so much fun. That was like the highlight of my. I think I even put one on YouTube, but I beat quite a few of those. It was so much fun. Just that you couldn't handle the constant Rikas, and you know, it was a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun. Numerons were cool. There was a couple where
Numeron took over.
It was. I've never seen or knew. I never even cared to even look into Numerons, and then when the event happened, I mean it has potential for some serious OTK, man. That was cool. And the other thing, the suicide decks, the one that everybody was complaining about, I thought that was awesome. Like, I'm not complaining for a free win. Like, yeah, I came to play. I want to play. I want see what we could do. But if you're gonna come in and beat yourself, and before I even get to play, not only is that impressive, but that was free gems for me.
Well, before we transition to the next part of the conversation, let's have a moment of silence for all those players who could not enter because, well, their decks got killed from the event. Ready? Moment of silence. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't do it.
I can't. I'm sorry. Again, that kind of coincides with our final topic. Complaining and whining. Holy crap, people. Why? All on Twitter, YouTube comments, even on Instagram. Everybody's complaining about whether it's the physical card game of Yu-Gi-Oh, the ban list, now when we get into Master Duel, everybody's still complaining about Max C, complaining about gems, complaining about the lack of content releases and whatnot. And I want to cover each and every one of these. But Prodigy, have you noticed, is that caught your eye yet, all the complaining that's going on in the community?
Oh man, I can't lie. I've seen it everywhere. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. It's everywhere. I mean, people are complaining that there's nothing to do, and I'm like, well, there's the button you can press called Duel, and then you can play the game. But
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do? But I think where it comes from, well, I mean, not make excuses, but I feel like where it comes from is that the previous games from Konami got totally ignored, like Legacy of the Duelist.
Yeah.
That's like the main one. So I feel like people are in fear of Konami not updating the game. So everybody's like, I want it now, or else.
Yeah.
Or else.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I think. That's where it's coming from. But still, it kind of sucks to see that the game has only been out for only 3 months.
That's it.
3 months, and they're like, let's give it a chance, guys. Let's give it a chance. But yeah, that's just me. How about you,
Joker?
Oh boy, I got one for you. I'm gonna just sum it up in just 3 minutes, though, maybe less. I had a debate with someone, actually a heated argument with this person about, man, I want more Blue Eyes support. I want all the new stuff that just came out for the Blue Eyes. That way I can actually win. I'm like, yeah, but if they brought out more Blue Eyes support, they're going to have to bring out more card support for everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And that means my deck gets to come out. I don't care. I'd special summon all this. You can't do anything. That's fine and all, but how are you going to drop out all that stuff if you can't special summon? There's no deck that stops from special summoning. Fluunderies. And when he looked it up, I will run Skill Drain in the deck. I run Trap Eater. You know I do. And then they were complaining, and I'm like, dude, seriously, if they brought out all that Blue Eye stuff, they would have to drop out stuff from that set, right? Yeah. Who do you think's in that set?
Yeah, it's gotten bad to the point where I've kind of muted a lot of Twitter stuff, people on Twitter, because all you see is people complaining. Oh, dear Konami, we deserve this, we deserve that. Like Prodigy said, the game's only been out for a few months. It's not the physical card game. We're not getting monthly releases of new sets. It's online. It's free to play for one thing. You can buy, like we were saying, you can buy gems if you want. You don't have to. But it's free to play. There's not a lot of games, and I can't even think of any that maybe even free to play that will give you monthly content, monthly updates. I play Overwatch like crazy. We don't get, we get a few events here and there every couple months, which is fun. But I mean, I'm not a big player of too many new games. But in your guys' Prodigy, I mean, are there any games out there right now that do monthly content? Like every month you get something new? Anything to your knowledge?
I doubt it. I mean, usually events run for at least for a month or two, a couple of weeks. I'll say like 6-7 weeks, and then there's a dry spell until the next event. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're waiting for, to be honest. I know that there's a new. Okay, they are behind on the card pool, so they're probably waiting for update on the card pool. All right, cool. You might be tired of seeing Tri Brigade, Zodiac, and Eldritch all day, but people want to rank to the top, so that's what you're gonna see. I mean, if that's the complaint, what can you do? Tell people to stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh, play play Nuffies all day. I don't know. I don't know what
Right.
they're doing. I don't know what they're doing.
You can barely get them to bathe half the time, let alone get off the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it. I bathe. Wouldn't I?
True. Very true. So, the imaginary race that you speak of, that when the game launched, everybody was so hell-bent. So, I got to get platinum. I'm the best. Look at me. I made platinum. And everybody made platinum, which I haven't made platinum yet, by the way. But if you have, congratulations. Again, I'm not knocking it. You do what makes you happy. But it was like that. Everybody was in such a hurry to get to platinum 1. And then now everybody's so disappointed and they're complaining, saying we need more, we need a higher ranking. Doesn't matter if you had a higher ranking, you all would still do that imaginary race to get to diamond or whatever it is, and then there would still be complaints. There's not enough content. Come on. We need more. I mean, the ban list. Everybody's complaining about the ban list. Everybody's complaining about Max C like crazy. I think it's beautiful. It's perfect in a 1v1 format to have Max C because again, it's a balance. It really allows you to compete with other decks. Now, other decks, when I play, if somebody uses Max C, I just keep doing my thing. I've learned that if I keep doing my thing, I have a better chance of winning. It doesn't always work out in my favor, but it works. Casual mode, it's another one I keep hearing. People say, "Oh, we need a casual mode, where we can just play." That's what dual rooms are for, aren't they, Joker?
Yes, that's casual.
Yeah. Make friends. That was kind of another purpose of this game. Invite your friends, make new friends, follow people, follow duelists, set up rooms where you can duel, where you can actually test out different decks. They don't all have to be Tri-Brigade, Zodiac, Eldritch, whatever the heck you want with 1,200 hand traps and a small engine. I was dueling Skeeter a couple weeks ago, and he ran some crazy. It was like a trap heavy deck, but it was actually kind of cool, and it was nice. It was a good deck. I gave him credit. He's trying different things, and that's fun. Like I play you guys, and I actually joke. I don't know if I played you yet. I definitely want a piece of that Oops deck. But Prodigy still, I think I've only beaten you once. So
that was a good win, though.
Those twins, man, they're tough. They're tough, but I want my rematch soon. So, and then I got to go after Casually and Colby and everybody else. I'm looking for it. So, to me, that's a lot of fun. And I don't understand all these complaints. Everybody's complaining. You have content creators who are complaining, sounding like whiny children, saying this and that. And I'm going to say this: Master Duel, the developers, they listen. They really do listen. I mean, they changed, even when people were doing the suicide decks, they changed the amount of points you get for wins, which was awesome. So if you actually try and win, you get more points during the XYZ event. And as far as releasing new cards, the updated card pool, everybody wants the update. Oh, I want to run this card pool. I refuse to play until shut up. These guys are smart. Okay, the developers are very smart for Master Duel. They're factoring in everything, the current ban list, the current cards that are limited, whatever. They're factoring all that in with the new cards. So if we bring this in, how's it going to affect this? Kind of like what you were talking about earlier, Joker, with Digimon, right? They're factoring all that. They're taking their time. There's no rush. Why is everybody in such a hurry to do this? It's beyond me. I mean, Prodigy.
I can answer that.
Okay, yeah, talk to us.
See, back when it was initially being talked about, they said that this was going to be a way to play online tournaments with our consoles and all that mess.
Mm-hmm.
They were using this as the ground base. And then people were like, well, they got to keep formatting it and updating it. Here's my question to everybody in attendance. Didn't they just release a set? We haven't had any true major tournaments. And normally when they have the true major tournaments, when do they start? April going into May. On average, certain games like this normally have DLCs that come out every 4 to 6 months. Everybody's rushing for each month to have DLC. There's only one free-to-play game that I know that does that. Genshin Impact, each month, they have a new set for a banner. Actually, every 3 weeks, maybe. But what I'm saying is when they're rushing for more stuff to come out, it's like, okay, but what are you willing to give up?
Yeah.
If you want all this stuff to come out, are you willing to give up Shaddolls? Are you willing to give up Verde? Are you willing to give up any of these things? Hit those so that we can actually have newer, fresher cards and newer, fresher play styles to come out. Yeah. If you're sitting here saying, no, because then it'll ruin this deck that I like running. That's what they know. They're not going to give you all this stuff just so that you can sit there and be like number 5,000 over there of the same damn deck running the same damn cards every damn time. No, they want variety. Right now, everybody is doing the cookie cutter combo, and it's like, okay, that's why Maxi's here.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Exactly.
Don't shoot the messenger. Shoot the king.
Shoot the complainers.
No, we can't shoot the complainers because if we did that, who would play? Who would spend the money?
Well, here's the thing. Like, you guys are right. I mean, Elfer was right. The developers and Konami is very smart. You're not going to release all your content all at once because they're playing the long game here. They want people to come back. They want people to have something to look forward to. And they're going to keep you in a chokehold until they give you a little bit of water, every here and then just to drink, and if you guys checked out Master Duel, I think today or yesterday, there was an update. I think they put something in solo mode. So you are getting updates.
Yeah.
It's just that people aren't getting the updates that they want. I mean,
yes.
If you want what you want, then you got to go, I don't know, work at Konami. I don't know, get on the development team. I don't know what you got to do.
Create your own game.
But create your own. There you go. I mean, hey. But even then, people are going to be complaining because there's always going to be more, that mentality of more.
Yes.
And even with games where that do updates, if the content isn't time gated, you can run through the content depending on how you play in a day, Then it's like, man, there's nothing to do.
Curse you, Konami! Give me my cards! Skeletor commands it.
Oh, hey, that I think that's it. I mean,
yeah,
always gonna be complaining.
Yeah,
can't do anything about it.
And I get it. If you're offering ways to make the game better the way you want it, okay, cool. Ideally, right? If everybody got the way they wanted, they would want it exactly as it is the physical card game. I think that's what everybody was expecting. But it's been a hard embrace for people to actually accept the fact that this is its own deal. Master Duel is separate from the physical card game, from Duel Links, from everything else. It's its own deal. And I like that. I do. I really do. I like it, the fact that it's 1v1. Now, eventually, with the survey that they did when I first got the game, Konami is leaving the door wide open to expand to different modes. Maybe we'll get a GOAT format. Maybe we'll get a regular TCG or OCG format, whatever it is, where we do play the 2 out of 3 with a side deck and everything like that. But here's the thing. If you want to play like that, make some friends. Open up a duel room. And here's a cool concept. Communicate. Talk to each other. Whoa, right? Say, okay, we're gonna duel.
I ain't got no friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this deck. You're gonna use this deck, and we're gonna send screenshots of our side decks. So we're gonna play a 1v1. Whoever wins, okay, we're gonna take 5 minutes, go through our side decks. We can only use the cards that we listed. And we're gonna come back and we're gonna duel again. It's not that hard, guys, and it's fun. You can do that. Matter of fact, we should do a little 4-way tournament. Bring the twins. I'll bring the Rikas, Scraps, and Colby's crazy. What are they? Adignisters. Let's do it. Be fun.
And we can show it off. Let people know how to play.
There's only one format I want: tag duels.
Oh man,
yeah,
I want that. I want that.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I could do that.
They should bring it.
the thing is again, these developers, they're leaving the doors wide open. Eventually we're going to get all that stuff. They have to figure out. I mean, there's so many things that factor into developing this game and making it without glitches. I mean, there was hackers at one point that were doing, cards that were less than 40 cards, decks that were less than 40 cards. Just so much going on, and Konami's right on top of it. So I gotta say, it's probably a separate team, obviously, separate team of developers.
Oh, they gotta be.
They're paying attention. They're paying attention to the game, and it's just people need to be patient. Stop complaining. Really, you want people to follow you on social media? Or I mean, because the Twitter Yu-Gi-Oh community, I think I've muted probably 90% of them because I just got tired of hearing all the complaints, man. Woo!
I got bullied over a misunderstanding. That was fun.
Oh,
yeah. They still liking and commenting and saying ratios, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but y'all still didn't catch on that was a misunderstanding. But it's cool.
That particular person, it would be an interesting experience if I met him in person. Not a fan, never have been, never will be. I don't like the way he talks down to people. I've seen it in videos. Not a fan, never will be. Don't like you. I'm not going to give a name because you don't deserve it. You got enough followers and you're doing well on the Yu-Gi-Oh scene. So keep up the good work. I don't like you.
And this is why I stay in the Digimon scene away from that, because it's just
yeah. That's another subject for another day. But yeah, Prodigy, final thoughts on the complainers and whatnot.
Complainers, do your thing, talk because that's all you can do. But when your content comes, you're gonna be giddy as hell for 5 minutes, and then you're gonna be back to complaining. So I don't know how Konami's gonna make you happy, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna be playing Master Duel anyways. That's just how I see it. You?
You're right. They are going to come out with it. Everybody's going to be like, okay, new content. This is all we get. Oh, God. Do all this, blah, blah, blah. And this is all we get. Really, Konami, really? I can already see it now. Okay, look, if the game means that much to you and it bothers you that much, don't play. Go outside, breathe the fresh air, look at the sky, look at the clouds. Do something. Or in your case, Joker, look at the snow. And it looks cold. Final thoughts for you, Joker, on the complainers with Master Duel and everything else.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna play Genshin. That way I constantly get the content that I need, a one, blah, 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 blah. But for all those that are complaining that they should have more cards and stuff, that they should do all this stuff, do you sit here and look at how games work? You get content from Yu-Gi-Oh! Every 3 months for a core set, every 2 months for like a semi set, and then you get the little in-betweeners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get all that, but you mainly get your core set 3 to 4 months. If we were to sit here and base that into the game, how much money are you willing to spend on this core? We would have to literally sit down and be like, okay, every month, 60 gems have to be bought or 100 gems have to be bought. And then after that, every 3 months, you got to spend 3,000 gems. Are you willing to do that? The answer is no. Then stop complaining. Enjoy the ride. Or if you really want all that stuff, you can go back to Dual Pro and EDO Pro and all that mess. Just saying. You have everything.
Yeah. I mean, stop complaining. Damn. Getting sick of it already. Really. And
touch grass.
Touch grass. I mean, I could get online right now, and I think it's a 30-second countdown. It never gets past 28 seconds. I never go more than 2 seconds waiting to duel somebody. So the game is popular. There are plenty of people who enjoy it right now. If you play it, enjoy it. I'm actually really glad that there's no option for like texting or messaging your opponent that you play. Because yeah, I just don't want to deal with that.
Imagine the toxicity. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
And take a shower. Skeletor can smell you over the TV.
Yes, cross-platform. I can still smell you.
Your body odor kicks like Bruce Lee. And that's coming from the Joker. Please take a bath.
Please. All right. Thank you guys for offering your feedback on these topics. Really appreciate it. Colby, we missed you, my friend. We'll see you next time, of course. Let's wrap it up. So, Mr. Prodigy, where can the viewers and listeners find and interact with you?
Hey guys, you can catch me on Instagram at Prodigy_Unfound and on Twitter at Unfound Prodigy. Of course, on YouTube, Unfound Prodigy and the Undisputed Combo Podcast. Yeah, all day.
Awesome. Undisputed indeed. Joker, what about you?
Well, you can find me on Flipside every Tuesday doing the Digimon tournaments. You can also find me at Silver-Eyed Poet on Instagram, Shadowhaunt Joker on Twitter. Maybe you can find me on my PlayStation one day. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And you can find me right here on the Undisputed Combo Podcast with all my crazy antics and imitations.
We love it. Love it. Love the Skeletor. Of course, you can find our friend Colby at TDC_YGO on Instagram. Find him here on the Undisputed Combo Podcast. Team Birthday Gaming YouTube channel. And he's always happy to help. He's not always busy with college and work and everything like that, but he definitely takes time to help out. And of course, you have myself. Instagram is my preferred platform, _El Toro Fuerte. And of course, the Undisputed Combo Podcast, Team Fuerte Gaming. I am on Twitter. I don't really do a whole lot of Yugioh. I don't really do a whole lot of anything. I follow Pittsburgh Steelers content. I follow Joker and Prodigy from time to time. That's about it. I don't get involved on Twitter for good reason. So thank you all over the world, wherever you are. We appreciate each and every one of you taking time to listen to us, to watch us on YouTube. Don't forget, we are on Spotify. We're on Anchor. We're pretty much on any audio platform, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. So like, comment, subscribe, follow us on those platforms. We will do our best to keep bringing you more and more content. Guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you all next week.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.